I'm back with my 20-week pregnancy update for you. We made it to the halfway mark, which is super, super exciting. I feel like it's a very, it's a big milestone. And it's hard to believe that it's halfway. It feels like it's lasted forever, but gone really fast at the same time. So I guess that's good. Best of both worlds. And something else very exciting happened this week, but I'm going to kind of go through my regular stats first before I tell you that. Make you wait just a little bit longer. And of course I have to look at my notes because my brain doesn't work properly when pregnant. Let's be honest, it didn't work that properly before I was pregnant. Okay, so this week I gained 2 pounds instead of my average 1 that I've been gaining. And I think that's because baby's been doing a lot of growing. I've been doing a lot of eating. Like, my appetite has definitely increased, especially the last half of the week. And it's been like a big boost in the bump growth. And you'll see that when I insert my little clip of showing you guys my bump. Actually, it's probably easier to see in my blog pictures because I wear a much tighter shirt. And I show you, a progression shot so you can really see the difference. But it's getting real bumpy, and I'm really loving it. I just think it's such a special thing, to have that and to know that you're growing a person. It's kind of a weird experience, but it's also weird in an amazing way. I didn't mean that to come out wrong. But I think, definitely gained a little more this week, and it makes sense because I'm bigger, obviously. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, so in terms of cravings and aversions, still craving milk. I think it's been a couple weeks now where I've had a big glass of milk every night. And I look forward to it. In fact, just thinking about it kind of makes me want one right now. So that's been a big thing. I haven't had any more leg cramps since my daily milk habit, so I think that took care of that. A lot of you guys mentioned the calcium, magnesium, whatever things. There was some debate about what causes leg cramps, but I haven't had any since, so that's good. Additionally, I started craving kind of more specific things. So this past week, I've been really interested in nachos, and it was more like the beginning of the week. Actually, still when we were home last weekend is when it started, and then right when we came back to Utah at the beginning of last week. If you missed that, we traveled home just to visit some family briefly, but we're back in Utah until the end of the month. So you'll see another update from me from Utah before we're back home. But specifically with the nachos, it's not just like any old nachos. It has to be the Tostitos small bite-sized chips, the little round ones that are like this big, and just lay down a cookie sheet, like a small cookie sheet, I don't need that many, sprinkled with shredded cheese, and then just heat it up till the cheese melts. And it's been one of my favorite things. And I had that a few times last week, and I've been very particular about the chips, which is a little out of the ordinary, but I think that qualifies as a craving, I'm pretty sure. In terms of aversions, still fish, fish, and being around raw meat, or talking about it or seeing it, or it's not jiving. So that has stayed pretty consistent throughout. So yeah, that's basically the main things that have happened in terms of symptoms. I'm still getting this sort of uterine stretching achiness from time to time. Again, it's not every day. I think I talked about this last week. It's not every single day, and it's really not painful. It's more just maybe a little uncomfortable at times, and more than anything else, noticeable. So especially kind of towards my lower pelvis, the bottom of my uterus. And then a few days ago, I had kind of, not pain, but achiness around my pubic bone area, which I think is just, things are stretching, she's growing. Baby measures 6.5 inches from head to rump. I didn't realize my inch, the measurements I've been reading on the, I think it's the What to Expect app is the only app that I use that I look at for the fruit and inch comparisons or whatever. That's head to rump. That's not head to toe. I did not realize this. When I looked at it online, it's 6.5 inches or 6 inches. I can't remember which, 6 or 6.5 from head to rump, but from head to toe, it's between 9 and 10. which is almost a foot, which is kind of crazy. But when you think of like the average baby's probably somewhere around 20 inches long, and we're halfway there, so she's halfway grown. That makes sense. But 10 inches, I mean, in utero, the babies are kind of curled up, so they're never like fully stretched out. Like, well, maybe they are sometimes, but not all the time. But that's kind of crazy to think about. The fruit comparison was an heirloom tomato, which we all... No, that was last week. It was a mango this week, that's right. And my in-laws have been calling her a mango as a nickname, which is cute. But a mango, you know, 6.5 inches, if you want a kind of a visual there. But the big news of this week is I finally, hallelujah, the angels are singing, have felt baby move. And that is just, you guys know I've been looking so forward to that for so long. And it's so funny. So I'll tell you kind of how it came about. It was last Wednesday, right after actually my 19-week pregnancy update went live. I had been on the elliptical machine, you know, as you do. And I got off and I got on the floor to stretch. And I was lying down and stretching out my quads when I felt like an actual little jab. I mean, it wasn't like anything really huge or hurtful or, you know, anything like that. It was more of just like probably an actuality. It felt more like a little poke, but it was very distinct and very like, that's baby. And that was the first time I really felt her. And then as I was thinking about it, I was lying on the floor like so happy. It only happened like, it was one little jab, but I knew that's what it was. And I was lying on the floor thinking about that. And it just kind of dawned on me that I've been feeling her probably for about a week ahead of that, but not anything distinct like that. I've been, you know, feeling kind of this kind of rumbly, rolly feeling in my lower abdomen, which I wasn't quite sure what that was. Now that, like, as soon as I felt that like more distinctive kick, I knew that those feelings had been her kind of moving around, and that's what I was feeling. But I didn't know that until I felt the like little jab. So I think I really had been feeling her for most all of week 19 and part of week 18 even. But it wasn't until halfway through week 19 that I felt the little poking from the inside. And a lot of people likened it to flutters, like fluttering feeling, or something like that. To me, it's more like somebody's very lightly tapping on the inside of my lower belly. And it doesn't happen all the time. Of course, after that one little jab, I didn't feel any other jabs for like 2 days, which of course I knew that was going to happen, but I was just so happy that it had happened. And I knew that that kind of rolly feeling I was experiencing on a daily basis was her moving around, so I could kind of, you know, fall back on that. But starting on Friday now, since Friday, I've felt her every day, and it's mostly when I'm sitting almost kind of reclined back a little bit. It's usually when I'm editing videos or doing some focused activity where I'm really like focused on one thing and my brain isn't scattered. That's when I really notice her. And it's still very faint, and it does kind of feel like popcorn popping on the inside. Somebody said that, but very light. But it's just, yay, finally. That's definitely been like the biggest thing of the week and the most exciting thing that's really happened thus far, aside from finding out that she's a girl. So yay, she's definitely in there, she's kicking, and I know it's only going to get more noticeable and more frequent as she gets bigger. So that's really exciting. And then I think that's really all about that's happened this week. Like I said, we've been back in Utah, just been kind of doing what we do, you know, working on stuff, playing with the family, you know, enjoying the Utah beautifulness. It's just been lovely. And yeah, things are good. So I have a few of your questions from last week's update that I want to answer. And again, I just pick ones that I don't think I've answered before, but excuse me if I have, because like I said, brain not functioning, and also that seem kind of topical for the moment. So first question. Actually, a lot of people asked if we were planning on having a nanny or a sitter, you know, once baby is born, so I can continue with my my work? And the answer right off the bat is no. I don't really have any plans for that, at least not in the immediate future. I don't have any plans to have a nanny or like very like live-in help, for sure not, and nothing like really consistent like that. But never say never. I mean, it's who knows what's gonna happen when she's born. I don't really know how it's gonna go. I plan on being a full-time mommy. I don't know what's gonna happen to my, you know, what I do with my online creating, you know, my videos and my blog. I'd like to still keep up with those. I know it's not going to be able to be the same. It's going to be very different, and I really can't predict how much I'll be able to do and with what, you know, how consistent I'll be able to be with it until she's here and I can kind of settle into a routine with her. And I know with babies, the routines change constantly because they are developing so quickly and their needs change so fast. So it's going to be a little bit of a, you know, game time sort of situation where I figure out how much I want to continue working on things and how much time that necessitates and what that might require in terms of additional help. I'm not opposed to having, you know, help for a couple of hours a day if that's gonna, you know, be really important to me at that time. But ultimately and ideally, I'd like to spend the majority of my time focused on my child. So that's really the best I can answer that right now, because like I said, I mean, who knows until she gets here. But I do plan on, I really hope to still be online. I mean, that's sort of in my plan, but I just know it's not going to be the same. It's going to be different. It's going to have to be if I want to be, you know, prioritize mommyhood, which I do. So we'll see how that goes. But I know you guys are always so patient with me and wonderful and supportive, and I know that we will forge a path together and we'll figure something out. Okay, second question. Are you planning on having professional photos, maternity or newborn? And the answer is yes to both. I actually already booked those things because, as it turns out, with the really popular newborn photographers, you really need to book that way in advance. And I booked it around week 16. So Don and I really want to have newborn photos, like professional newborn photos of our daughter. And so I guess they do that, I think it's anywhere from 4 to 12 days or 8 to 12 days after your child is born. And obviously you don't know exactly when your kid's going to be born, but they kind of estimate, and then once she's born, they set an actual date. But apparently, at least the photographer we're going with doesn't like to do it past 12 days because then they're kind of out of that newborn stage, and it's a different kind of thing. But we're definitely doing newborn photos, and so that'll be in January, obviously, when she's born. And we decided to also opt for a maternity shoot, just because I would like to have that be our Christmas card, our holiday card photo this year, and that just kind of like two birds, one stone. And also it's just kind of a nice memento, and it's going to be a family maternity shoot. It's not going to just be like me doing some artsy fartsy like naked belly photo. That's just not me. It's going to be me and Don, and it's going to have our faces in it probably. I mean, I can only assume. It's going to be more like a family portrait before baby is born. So yes, planning on doing both. And then last question, have I had any nesting urges? Well, if you've been watching my videos this year, I started nesting before I conceived. I went into full out like purge mode in my house this like late in the winter and all through spring, and it just continues. And I've just been cleaning house, like getting rid of things, making space, making way, and reprioritizing, I guess is a better way to say it. And really, you know, I think I think it's been in preparation for a family, and just, you know, reprioritizing, because it's not going to be just the 2/3 of us. Winnie, stick your little head up. Oh, she's on that side. You can't see her. Can you see her little head? There she is. You sat over there. That's so unusual. Oh, now you're standing up? Okay. It's not going to be just the 3 of us anymore. Obviously, our needs are going to be different. So I've just been kind of getting down to the bare bones in the house, and so I can kind of start. It's not like a clean slate, really, but it's start fresh. Anyway. Hi, sweet girl. Yes. So yes, lots of nesting urges, and I've already started work on the nursery here. I'm kind of hoping the furniture comes in time because a couple of the pieces we ordered, I guess, are delivery, not just being shipped, and it's cutting it a little close, but I'll have a report on that next week for you guys. But yeah, definite nesting urges for sure, and like I said, that's since before conception even. So that's all the questions I'm going to answer for today, but if you have questions, please ask me, leave in the comments below, and I'll try to answer, you know, as many as I can over the course of the next several months, but I've tried to keep it just to like 3 a week, otherwise I would talk for about 45 minutes in these videos. You guys know it's totally doable. Okay, and I also got a request about sharing our children's book collection because I've been collecting children's books since I was a child. It's just something I've always been interested in. I love children's books, and I would love to do something like that at some point. I have to kind of figure out. There was a lot of thumbs up on that comment, so so I know you guys are interested. I just kind of have to figure out how to go about doing it because it's kind of a large collection, and I don't know how to present it in a way that would be interesting and not really long. So if you have any ideas, let me know, but I would be more than happy to share that, you know, when I'm back at our home in Illinois. So yeah, now is the part of the video where I talk about kind of things that we've either purchased or received as gifts for baby or that are pregnancy related. So if you're not interested, I know some people aren't interested in that part. The rest of the video is pretty much done, so you can exit out now if you want, but I like to share these things as well. So I actually did a little shopping this week, and I thought I would share some of the things I got because it's not really enough to do a whole dedicated haul on. It's just some sort of miscellaneous things that are sort of in between. I do plan on doing kind of more of a my like second and probably hopefully last big shopping spree for pregnancy will be for fall winter stuff, but I'm not going to be doing that until probably late September, early October, because there are some basic things that I'm going to need, and I'll do a whole video on that for sure. But there were just a few things that I wanted, and a few things that were on sale that I thought I would share with you. So I went to Motherhood Maternity, and I actually bought 2 maternity/nursing nighties, and these are actually by Jessica Simpson. I'm a nightie girl. I like wearing nighties to sleep in. They're just the most comfortable to me. And the nighties that I've had and loved and worn for years and years still fit me, but they're getting like shorter and shorter, and they're just not really fitting the bust anymore, which keeps getting bigger. And I thought, well, why not buy a couple of, you know, nursing nighties, because I can wear them now. They'll fit me better because they're longer and the boob area is more covering, but also I can wear them when baby is born. I'm hoping to be able to nurse. I mean, you never really know if it'll work out or not, but I'm hoping so. And these have that little like clippy part, you know, that makes for easy access. And I thought these were just really nice. These are both Jessica Simpson. I had no idea Jessica Simpson made maternity clothes, but really like those, and I was lucky to be shopping there at a time when they had 20% off everything in their store. So those were not, you know, they're not like really expensive, but they were, you know, kind of mid-range price, I would guess, and I got 20% off on them, which was nice. I got 20% off of everything as well. I also bought this top a couple of weeks ago, which I really like, which you'll have seen in my little bump shot that I overlaid for you guys earlier in the video. And I talked about it in a vlog, actually, that I thought it would be a good kind of transitionary piece because it's something that I can wear now in summer, and it's cute, and it's lightweight, and it's sleeveless, so it keeps me cool. But in the fall, I thought I could pair it with like a chunky sweater. I actually have a cashmere long cardigan that would go great over this. So I thought it could be a good transitionary piece, and I just fell in love with it. I really wanted it. And the same with this really nice kind of chiffon overlay top. I figured this is something I can wear through fall as well with the sweater layered. It's kind of see-through, so you have to wear a camisole under it, but that adds extra warmth as well. But again, it's just something I thought would be a really nice transitionary piece. I didn't need these things, no, but I really liked them, so I bought them for myself. And then a couple of things that I got on super sale. I'm not usually a fan of like clothing that has writing on it in big letters. This was just really inexpensive. It's a little beach cover-up, and actually something I could really use on our baby moon that's coming up. We're going to Hawaii in September. It's by Beach Bump. It's a motherhood maternity brand. And it's this little kind of throw over, cover up dress thing. And it says Beach Bump on it. I mean, honestly, I could do without that. It's cute, I suppose. I could do without the writing, but it was, I think, marked down from $25 to like $12 or something, so I went with it. And I thought it was really interesting because it's actually a UPF fabric, so it's ultraviolet protection factor. It's like sunscreen built into your fabric. So I thought that was kind of nice, and has a little hood, which is good too. And then I just bought a couple of tank tops that were on super sale. I think they were like $7 or $8 marked down. And they're not even really, I mean, they're motherhood maternity tank tops, but they don't have any of that ruching or anything. So they're just really long tank tops basically. And I figured these are cute now in the, you know, in the hot weather, but when it gets cooler, I can wear these when I'm just bumming around the house with a sweatshirt. And I could wear them postnatal, is that what we say? I don't know, as well. So I just got this kind of royal blue and this stripy corally color because they were pretty inexpensive. And then as for gifts, my husband actually surprised me. He's been really cute with giving me little surprises every now and then with this really awesome set. And this is by Bella B, and it's a 3-piece set. It's the luxurious pampering for new and expecting moms. It has Silk and Honey moisturizing body cream, Tummy Honey body butter, and Mama Soak refreshing sits bath powder. I think that's what it says. It's kind of, I kept it in the packaging, so I wanted to show you guys. It just came so cute, and I love the little. Here, maybe you can see it better on this side. The pregnant bee. It's kind of funny. But I just thought that was really sweet of him. And you guys sent some things as well. Like I mentioned last week, we got to stop home and I got to pick up my mail. So I had a bunch of things and I saved half of them to share with you this week. So I'm going to insert a clip I took while I was home of those things that you guys sent right here. Iman from Illinois sent this really sweet baby bath towel with the little owl hat. How cute. Thank you so much. It's so cuddly and soft. Lisa sent us this beautiful children's book. It's so sweet, and I love the message. It's just beautiful. Thank you for thinking of us, Lisa. Kelly from Ohio sent us this really cute toddler backpack. I love the little design and it's just so cute. It's by a company called 31. Look at the little clear pocket in the front. You can put little notes in there. So sweet. Brittany sent us this wonderful collection of books. I didn't know Jimmy Fallon wrote a book, but apparently he did, which is about the Dada, which is really cute. It's a board book. And then this little Vader's Little Princess book, a Star Wars story. And then a Touch and Feel Puppies and Kittens book. So it's got things, you know, different things you can feel, little soft parts and stuff. Really sweet. And then the baby, whoa, sorry about the thunder, you guys, it's storming. The Baby Name Wizard book, which is coming really handy because we need help. So I'm excited to start flipping through that. So thank you, Brittany. Thank you so much for thinking of us and our little one. And like I mentioned last week, we so appreciate your thoughtfulness and your gifts, and it's really sweet. It's really the thought that means the most to us. I mean, more than anything, I just absolutely love your cards and notes. That's my favorite thing. And I would just, you know, I share the gifts on here not to be like, look at all the stuff I got, but just to show, because a lot of people request that, and I just think it's fun to share. But ideally, if you would like to, you know, donate what you would spend on us to, you know, women in need, and so send us a note instead, that would be just a wonderful gift as well. But I understand the desire to give presents because I'm definitely a gift giver kind of person as well. So know that we appreciate and love everything. But if you feel moved to donate instead, that would be really awesome. And last but not least, I just thought I'd show you some of the wonderful cards we got. Because they're just so, I just love these, the baby and the expecting mom cards. This one is from Becky in Illinois. It says Precious Loved, Tiny Precious Loved, and has these little socks on it. And Becky actually sent a letter inside explaining her experience with cravings when she was pregnant, which I thought was really sweet. It's so really nice to share stories. I love that you guys want to share with me. This card is from Missy from Nevada. It's really cute little peas in the pot and says, "You're expecting a new little sweet pea." It's really pretty. This one's from Sandy. I believe Sandy's from Pennsylvania. And it says, "Congratulations to the parents-to-be." It has little teddy bear and little ducky, and says cuddle time, playtime, dinner time, bath time, story time. And it's all about, you know, well wishes for us expecting our little one. Very sweet. Dahlia from Maryland. This one is so fancy that I was like, the big crystal, and it was just kind of attention grabbing, cute Hello Kitty card, and she just had really sweet sentiments inside for us. Well wishes. And lastly, Victoria from New York sent a really nice note as well with congratulations and well wishes. So thank you guys so much for thinking of us. We really, really appreciate it. It's really, really sweet of you. And like I said, I'll have one more update from this location, the Utah house, next week, but then we'll be back home, but then we'll be away again on our, what are we calling it? A baby moon / anniversary trip. But I'll have regular updates for you throughout. I think I'm going to be missing one update because I'm going, like, taking a whole week off posting, and I'll be actually on vacation. But I will definitely update. It'll probably be the only week I skip, but then after that I'll keep you updated on the previous 2 weeks. But that's not for a while, so you don't have to think about that yet. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching and for your kind words and love and support as always. And I will see you guys real soon. Bye, you guys. Take care.